everyone and welcome back to my channel. And for those who are just tuning in, welcome. My name is Jessica, also known as Yes I Can Do Makeup on Instagram. I created this fun, colorful look using the Through My Eyes palette from my Love Sarai and Colourpop, and also using the Perception palette from Shayla and Colourpop. If you wanted to see how I created this look, just go ahead and keep on watching. So I already did my brows, and the products I use for today is the Brow Bright Benefit, and I'm the shade number 4. And I also use a Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit. And now I'm going to go ahead and start off by priming my eyelids, and I'm using Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC. And I'm applying that all over my lid. So I'm buffing it in and also pressing it in. So blending that product as well. As you can see, I already did this eye, and I'm going to go ahead and start doing the tutorial using my other eye. And the palette I'm going to go ahead and start off with is a Perception palette by Shayla and Colourpop. And the shade I'm going to be using today is a shade Played Out. So I'm applying that shade right in the middle of my crease. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use this other palette. Is the Through My Eyes palette by I Love Sarai and Colourpop, and the shade I'm gonna be using is a shade Misbehave, and I'm applying that right on top of that shade, the first shade we applied. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and blend those two shades out. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and grab this shade Wild Soul. I'm applying that right above the shade Misbehave. And I'm using my Morphe M506 brush as well, with the Perception and Shayla and Colourpop palette, and I'm using the shade Thick. Now I'm blending that shade right above that one. And I'm using this Morphe M441 brush to blend all the shades out. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and go back with that shade Played Out from Shayla and Colourpop palette. And I'm using the same Morphe M506 brush. And applying it again in the middle of my crease. Again, going back with that Through My Eyes palette from Colourpop and Sarai, and using that shade Misbehave again. Applying that shade again on top of that shade. And I'm blending those shades again together. Again, I'm going to go back with the Perception palette, and I'm using that shade Played Out again. I'm applying it again on my crease. And then I'm going back with that Morphe M433 brush and blending that shade. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and cut my crease. And the product I'm gonna be using to cut my crease with is a Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this Alamar Cosmetics brush. Okay. Then I'm going back with that Morphe M433 brush. And then going back with that shade Played Out by the Shade Look in Colourpop collection. I'm grabbing the same brush and kind of applying that shade in the outer corner and blending it into the crease. You just want it to blend and you don't want a big harsh line showing. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and use this Lancome number 11 brush. And I'm going to go back with the Through My Eyes palette by Colourpop in Colourpop. And I'm going to go ahead and use this shade called Flex. And then I'm applying that right next to that shade. I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Muse. I'm applying that right in my inner corner. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go with this Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadow. And I'm gonna apply that in the very middle between those two shades. Just wanted to give a little bit of pop of color. Just like so. I'm using the brush that comes with the product. I just want like a pop of color. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and do my liner. And I'm gonna go ahead and make my liner with concealer. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this Tarte Shape Tape again, like how we would cut the crease, but do it like as a liner. Okay, and I'm using the same Alamar Cosmetics brush. And I'm going starting out from the inner corner, just like how you would do your gel liner, your liquid liner. Then I'm bringing it outward. And wing it out. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Moody, and I'm applying that right on top of that concealer. I already applied my foundation and concealer and lashes. On the foundation I used today is a NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and I'm the shade Stromboli. And I use the It Cosmetics Under Eye by Concealer. And I also applied some powder, and I used the Dual Finish powder from Lancome and the shade Wheat. I'm gonna go ahead and bake, and I'm using the Huda Beauty translucent powder in the shade Banana Bread. And I'm using this Real Technique sponge. Okay, like so. And I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Wild Soul from the Colourpop Colourpop palette. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab that same Morphe M506 brush, and I'm applying it right underneath my lash line, my lower lash line. Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and go back with that shade Misbehave. Applying that right above that shade. Go ahead and grab this Morphe M408 brush, and I'm grabbing that shade Played Out, again from the Shayla Colourpop palette. Applying that right on the lash line. Now I'm going to go ahead and water my waterline, and I'm using this Sugar Cosmetics eyeliner pencil in the shade Back to Black. Applying that waterline on my waterline. And I'm going back with that Morphe smudger brush, the M408 brush. I'm going to go ahead and use the shade Moody again. I'm applying that right on top of that liner and smudging those shades together. I'm gonna go ahead and dust this excess powder off, and I'm using this Estee Lauder brush and number 15, and just dusting off the excess powder off underneath my eyes. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and grab this Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadow in the shade Kitten Karma again, and I'm applying this right on my lower lash line again, just in the middle. Ooh. Here in the middle part of the lower lashes. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some mascara, and the mascara I'm using today is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I'm applying that in my lower lashes. Just a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and contour, and I'm using this Chick Parade palette by Benefit, and I'm using the shade Hula. And I know I need a new replacement. It's already hit pan. Okay, and I'm applying a little bit of the shade California blush. Applying that on the apples on my cheeks. Contour my nose. The sides of my nose. My brow begins going downward. The very bottom of my nose. Very tip of the nose. Where my bridge ends, right here, going sideways. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and highlight, and the highlighter I'm using today is Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this Luxie 516 Dual Fiber powder brush. I'm gonna ask for my highlight. Okay, and put some of my Cupid's bow at the very top of my arch, going upward on both sides, just like so. Put it on my chin. That. And also I'm going to use my finger, applying that in the very tip of my nose, and then going down the bridge of my nose. I'm using my finger because I feel like it blends better on my nose. Not as harsh. Okay, for my lips, I'm gonna go ahead and use this Emmondale lip liner from Lancome. Just line my lips with it. Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and use that Los Arayan Colourpop Ultra Matte Lip in Sueño de Coco. Okay, and the gloss I'm using today is this Dose of Colors gloss in the shade Over the Top. I'm applying that also on top of my lips. Okay, so this is the final look. I hope you really enjoyed this tutorial, and if you wanted to see more videos, go ahead and click the subscribe button, and also I would really appreciate if you can give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching.